Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's senior.
This week we're joined with seniors Austin Lee and Mason Riggs, and we'll start out with Austin. You've got a pretty good story. Now, from what I understand, your mother's quite the hero to you. Talk about that a little bit and a little bit about your story.
Well, I'm adopted for one thing, and when I was born about a month premature, and my mom, whenever I was growing up, she would only get about, I'd say like 4 hours of sleep every single night until I was about 2, just because I had a foot condition that was deformed, and my foot was deformed, the bones. It was called club foot, and it would be able to wrap around somebody's arm, and the doctors always told me and my family that I was never going to be able to walk or run or play sports or anything. But every single night, my heart would also stop beating when I'd fall asleep. My mom would have to put her hand over my heart and shake me to shock my body and wake it back up. But she would still take the time out of her day to work on my foot for about 30 minutes to an hour. And that's really what set aside my foot to where it is now.
So your foot, even today, is just a little bit shorter than your other one. Talk about that, and what's the result of it right now?
I don't really see a difference to it. It's shorter. Like my whole left leg is pretty much shorter than my right, and that's it. Nobody really notices it until you can put my two calves together. You can see that my left calf is bigger. My left calf is smaller than my right calf.
But obviously it doesn't matter. I mean, you've got over almost 400 yards rushing this year.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what are some other things you're involved with here at Howe High School?
Well, I do powerlifting, I do track, and I played basketball for a little bit. I'm probably going to come back to playing basketball this year, but that's about it, mostly.
So I've noticed in the pep rallies, I don't even know if you have a chair. I don't know if you need a chair. When I see you there, you're always standing up and cheering. I mean, you might as well have one of those little cheer outfits on, right?
Yeah. I mean, I look good in a cheer outfit. That's all I'm gonna say. But other than that, yeah. I mean, I really just I like to be part of the crowd, kind of, but I also like being part of the pep rally in general. I like to be the hype man at a lot of points, and I like to get the team pumped up and get the spirit bone every week.
Well, that may be our most spirited Bulldog right there, Austin Lee. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to Mason Riggs.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
All right, now we'll talk to Mason Riggs. Mason, you got to school here in kindergarten. You've gone all the way through. What are some other things you're involved with other than football?
I play basketball, and I run track, and I did powerlifting last year. And I also played basketball last year for the first time in high school.
So let's talk about powerlifting first. You did pretty well in that. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. I went to state. I was underneath Mikey Heimel and Andrew Griffin as good mentors, and so it was my time to step up and make state at the regional tournament last year, and we went to Abilene, and it was a whole lot of fun.
So now let's talk a little bit about baseball. You've had a lot of success at that. You guys even won state one year in basketball and baseball. Talk about that experience and what is the outlook for this year's baseball team as well?
That was a whole lot of fun, and I think that group of guys we had back then is the group of guys that are going to be playing this year. We've all stuck together. We're all real good friends. It's a tight-knit group, the senior class, and I think we're gonna have a good year.
Another new coach. You seem to have new coaches in baseball all the time. Well, what do you think about your new coach?
He's a good guy. I think he's really hard work driven, and I think he just wants to win.
So football-wise, you guys started out 3-0. Have now gone 3-3. Had some struggles kind of off the field. We won't get into that, but what about the team itself? How does it come together, through that period?
I think that we've started to come together as a team very closely through everything we've been through, and I think eventually it's going to help us out. whenever it comes to that time for a tight game, close game, we need 1 yard, that kind of thing. We're building that kind of team here with this atmosphere that we have now of a tight-knit group.
I know one thing you guys have to figure out is how to travel. When y'all have long bus rides, you don't seem to do very well coming out of the gate on those situations. You got another one coming up at Lone Oak in a couple weeks. Are you going to do anything different?
Yes, sir. I think when we hop off the bus, at least for Boyd, it was raining, lightning delays, that can cause you to get real unfocused. So we're going to make it a point this next time we travel to get off the bus focused, get on the bus focused, and be focused when it's ready for game time.
What about here on out? What do you feel about the rest of the season?
I think we got a good shot to go to the playoffs.
All right. You have heard it from Austin Lee and Mason Riggs. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.